maybe in my past life, I borrowed oil, rice, or soy sauce from their family, or maybe I didn't return it, or perhaps I even kicked over their family's urn of ashes. So in this life, I have to spend my whole life dealing with their issues. But does something like this really happen? To be honest, on the doshu chart, we can use a non-mystical approach to see the relationship between you and this child. Hello everyone, I plan to record a series of videos to discuss fate studies, or more specifically, some common perceptions people have about fate studies. Why discuss this topic? Because many times people go to various teachers for fortune telling but don't get good results, or the teacher's predictions aren't accurate. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're not, so people start to think, well, maybe I should study this myself. So during the process of self-study, they discover that there are all kinds of different explanations and they can't tell which one is correct. Why bring this up? Because so many people have their lives entangled and constrained by these mistaken beliefs. That's why we're taking some time to discuss these ideas. What are we talking about today? Today we're talking about children. Are children here to collect debts or to repay kindness? You know, some people think that as soon as a child is born, they're here to collect a debt from your family, or that as soon as a child is born, they're here to repay a kindness to your family. So why do such viewpoints exist? The reason lies in the fact that in ancient agricultural societies, especially when we talk about it, actually the time when the art of divination truly emerged, and even the time when the popular 8 characters Bazi system really appeared, these forms of fate calculation that are popular today were actually fully developed during the Ming and Qing dynasties. The theories that were finalized during that period, you don't need to consider their historical context. The Ming and Qing dynasties were the peak of serfdom in China, which means it was an agricultural society. In an agricultural society, when it comes to viewing the issue of population, there was a very clear value judgment. Why did people in the past say that having many children and grandchildren brings good fortune? Because after having many children, you would have enough manpower to farm the land, to produce. People were essentially viewed as labor, like cattle in this context. So during the process of a child being born, if they require you to provide more care, spend more on feed, or spend more money on formula, you might feel that this child is here to collect a debt from you. Because there's no aggression, only expenditure. This is also why in Zi Wei Doshu, Po Jun is considered the star of the Zishi position, because Po Jun transforms its energy into consumption. It's just like a child. When they're born, you have to provide for them, and you have to take on a lot of responsibilities for them. You have to raise them from childhood to adulthood, which requires a lot of effort and giving on your part. And when you've invested so much, put in so much dedication, but in the end they can't live up to your expectations or help you be productive and can't support you in your old age, of course you'll feel disappointed. Your efforts haven't been rewarded, or even worse. When you've put in an enormous amount of effort, you'll feel, it's just not worth it. I must have owed them something in a past life, so they've come in this life to take it back from me. Maybe in my previous life I borrowed oil or rice from their family and never returned it. Or maybe I even kicked over their family's urn. So in this life, I have to spend my whole life dealing with their situation. That's why people say things like this. But does something like this really happen? To be honest, from a fate or destiny perspective, we can actually see that the relationship between you and this child, or between people in general, often involves an invisible give and take. You might find yourself willing to give for them, or no matter what, they're willing to give for you. This kind of thing happens naturally. For example, some people especially dote on their youngest daughter, but at the same time, they're particularly annoyed by their eldest son, even though in Chinese society, sons are usually more cherished. But still, there are these kinds of situations where, for no apparent reason, someone just wants to bully another person, or just wants to dote on someone else without any complaints or regrets. These dynamics exist naturally between people. In such cases, of course, when we look at a doshu chart, we can use non-transformative methods to see what kind of relationships exist between people. So does this mean that one person must have owed something to the other in a past life, and now the other is here to collect the debt? Or does it mean that the difference is definitely about repaying a kindness? Here, I have to mention something. When we do consultations, we often encounter situations like this. Say, the mother is an accountant, and she feels that her daughter must also become an accountant. But the daughter wants to be a tour guide, and the mother thinks that's unacceptable. So she feels dissatisfied with her child's current situation. And in fact, this is often the reason. If this is the case, to be honest, it's something you brought upon yourself, because you have an obsession in your heart that you can't let go of. In other words, no one actually owes you anything. It's just what you think. Aside from that, let's say you are simply very good to them, but for no apparent reason, they keep causing you trouble, always creating problems for you, or perhaps from birth their health is poor and they need you to take care of them. So, could such situations happen? Of course they can. Of course they can. Generally speaking, we would look at whether that's the case. Does your child's natal chart have a Hua-Ji star in relation to you? For example, if Hua-Ji is in your Jie palace, you will have to run around and work hard for them. Or if it's in your Zi Tianxian. If it's for them that you lose money, or if it's on the wealth line for them, then of course it's also about losing money or having worries. Such situations definitely exist. This is undeniable. If the child comes to repay kindness, then it's Hualu that they bring you, not Hua-Ji. However, I do want to mention something here. Every child, in fact, cannot decide the circumstances of their own birth. Nor is it that they themselves decide to come into this world. Rather, it is we who give them this life. Since we are the ones who give them this life, then shaping what they become, turning them into who they are, is like running a manufacturing factory. If you are the factory and the car you produce has problems, don't you have to take responsibility? Sometimes only by reflecting more on our own issues can we truly resolve parent-child problems. Instead of doing things like just because your child doesn't listen to you or because you want them to go to medical school, but they insist on becoming a performer, and then after this conflict arises, you end up seeking help everywhere without ever thinking, oh, maybe, this child, you and him have some karmic debt from a past life, and he's here to collect what you owe. I still have to say, really, whenever you hear things like this, honestly, that's all just the opening move of someone getting ready to scam you, because a truly virtuous practitioner or a genuinely virtuous teacher would never say something like that to you. What they should do is help you find a solution, not just tell you how terrible or hopeless your child is. That it's all bad and you have no problems at all. There is never a situation between two people where only one side is at fault. You must have also done something wrong yourself, and this is something very important that we need to understand when studying fate and destiny. Many times, if we don't understand this situation and insist on searching through all kinds of books just to find an answer that suits ourselves, then of course what you learn at this point will be biased, will be skewed. You're just looking for excuses for your own life rather than truly mastering the study of fate. So, are children really here to collect debts or to repay kindness? Of course, it's undeniable that some children are naturally more obedient while others are naturally more rebellious. Even when we ourselves are helping families make irresponsible choices, we also have this kind of selection. But we usually tell our clients that, in principle, girls should try to choose to be pretty, and boys should try to choose a career that's not bad. Good health is something everyone should strive for. However, one thing parents must face is that capable children are less likely to stay by your side and keep you company in your old age. If you want your child to stay by your side, you have to give up on that. Their career and abilities usually require a choice to be made. This is what matches the reality of the situation. At the same time, we tell parents that when it comes to children, what everyone really needs to think about is, you should be thinking about the world he will face after he turns 30, not just about what kind of relationship he will have with you in the future. Generally speaking, after your child turns 30, you can no longer control him. At that point, whether he can protect himself and live a good life, that is what truly matters after we bring a child into this world. We should be responsible for him, not expect him to be responsible for us. Let me share with you some concepts from the field of fate and destiny studies, so that sometimes when issues arise, it's not just a matter of technique. Instead, it's often because we've been brainwashed by certain traditional beliefs. After being influenced like this, it's inevitable that our values become skewed, making it hard to fully understand how fate and destiny studies can actually help your life. Will children really come to collect debts from us? If this indeed is the case, then we should truly thank this remarkable child. He is our guiding bodhisattva during challenging times, teaching us to be more patient and to communicate more effectively. We sincerely thank each and every one of you.